Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing a review video. Yay! And I am so excited to review this book. It was one of my favorites of the month, if not the year. It was so good. I'm going to talk about it right now, and that is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Now, I know what you're saying, Sarah, I'm not into nerdy things. I'm into the YA things and the paranormal things, and I'm not a huge fan of science fiction, and I'm not a huge fan of gaming, and I'm not a huge fan of the 80s, which who's not a huge fan of the 80s, come on. And I'm not a huge fan of adult fiction, and I'm not a huge fan. Stop right there. I promise you, this book is awesome. It is awesome. I read primarily romance books, and that has changed a little bit since I started my booktube channel, and also in the last 6 months it's changed a lot. I'm just saying that whether you like the most random books ever, or whether you like adult books or not, or whether you like games or not, this book is still going to be awesome. I gave it to my dad to read, he loved it. I gave it to my brother to read and he loved it. I'm hoping that my mom will read it and love it. It is one of those books that everyone can connect with it in some way, whether it's through the references in here, a bunch of 80s references, so many 80s references. I mean, he even references John Cougar Mellencamp, and I never thought anybody knew who John Cougar Mellencamp was. Well, besides that one song, Jack and Diane, but John Mellencamp is a huge thing in my family, and so whenever I see reference for that, I love it. I think it's awesome. So that got me just right there. That was like on page 5. It also has just such a fun atmosphere. It is just so much fun. It's like you get to play the game with him. So, okay, this book has been out for about 4 years now, 3 years, 5 years. Jesus, it's been out almost 5 years. And I know a lot of people have read it and talked about it, and I know you've probably seen reviews on it and things like that. But I want to say to you, my viewers, pick it up and give it a shot. If you do not want to read this, try the audiobook, because that's how I read it, and Will Wheaton narrates it, and trust me, it is the coolest thing ever. I felt like I was playing the game. I felt like I was Wade. I felt like I was the main character. Let's talk about what this book's about really quick before I just try to convert you. This is about Wade Watts, obviously, and he's living in 2044, right? I think that's when it is. Yep, 2044. And the world has just gone to shit. They're living in these things, and they have no energy, they have no gas, they have nothing. All of their resources are pretty much depleted, and things are just crap. But then, about 10 years ago or so, there was this guy named James Holiday, and he built this thing called the Oasis. And the Oasis is a holographic sort of game where you are in the game and you see it, you feel it, you're in there, you're in it, you're in it. You're in it. What is that called? What is it? What is the Oasis called? Virtual Utopia is what they call it. And basically, in this utopia, in this game, Oasis, you can have a job, you can go to school, you can live there, basically. That's what most people do, and they live in these crappy little apartments or houses, but they spend all of their time in the Oasis, and that's where they actually live. That's where they meet people, that's where they fall in love, that's where they live. That's, you know, that's their thing. And this follows Wade Watts. As the story goes on, the main whole point of this story is to find an egg. So James Holiday is the one who created the game. He ends up dying in the beginning of the book, and he makes it like a fun sort of video game-esque challenge that he doesn't have any, like, that if you find this egg of his, then you inherit all of his billions of dollars. And so Wade Watts is trying to find that, and he gets into all of this trouble, finds friends, finds all of these different things. It's just a really fun adventure story. It is so cool. It's like taking an adventure, just a standard journey, hero's journey adventure book, and turning it into a science fiction amazingness. It is really good, guys. I can't gush about it enough. Okay, so that's all that this book is about, and you know a lot of things in the beginning, but I don't really want to tell you about it. I want you to go into it without knowing much. And I will say the beginning is probably the slowest part, but after about 50 pages, 20 to 50 pages, you're on the journey and you're having so much fun, and it's literally lots of fun. So yes, I don't think I have a bad thing to say about this book. I really don't. I really did enjoy it that much. It was just cool. I loved all the 80s references. I loved Will Wheaton's voice narrating it because he sounds just like Wade Watts in my head, and so it just worked out. And I just love the characters. I love the atmosphere of the story, like I said, I just really did. And it's not a simple book by any means. There's lots of conflict and character development and like craziness that ensues. Like the things that these people are going through is just crazy, and it feels so realistic. It feels like in 20 years this could be our life, like this could be what our world has turned into, and it's just how it is. And I don't know, it's pretty crazy. Okay, so I hope that review showed you a little of my thoughts, and I hope it gave you some insight onto how someone like me could enjoy a book like this, and how if you have not picked it up yet, I highly recommend you do, because it's just awesome. It really, really is. So, okay, I'm gonna put the book down now. Alright guys, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've read Ready Player One, if you liked it. If you disliked it, please let me know, because I would love to see someone's thoughts on it that they didn't like it, because that's really interesting. I don't feel like anybody could dislike it. But let me know if you liked it, if you disliked it, if you agreed or disagreed with any of my thoughts, which I didn't really give you a whole lot of thoughts because I was just gushing. And let me know if you want to pick it up. Just go pick it up. You want to. I know you do. Okay, that's all I have for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!